right, here is a 2016 Putzmeister TK70, serial number 0569. I'm gonna go over some of the things we're gonna do to it before we deliver the unit. Of course, it's not gonna be completely detailed, but it'll be pretty close. So we'll start first. As you can see here is we took off the front bonnet, the front hood. We put the front hood back. We just wanted to check because, as you see, it's got some fancy wiring here, which we're gonna have to remove and make this right. So that to start with, we found that little thing. Additionally, we're gonna have to replace this this jack. This jack doesn't seem to be right. Not only that, it broke off from the frame, so we're gonna have to redo that whole piece. Then from there, we're gonna remove this. This is a hydraulic brake, which we're gonna have to remove and make it stock. This is not what Putzmeister designs. We're gonna take this off and we're gonna make it the way Putzmeister designs it. And then we're gonna go into regular things such as wiring harness. The whole wiring harness is gonna be gone. We're gonna add a brand new wiring harness that it will connect to the lights in the hood, the lights in the fenders, and the lights in the back of the machine. Then we're going to the engine. The engine, we're gonna run the rack. We're gonna do just regular stuff, PM maintenance, meaning we're gonna change the filters, we're going to adjust the valves if they need adjusting, we're gonna make sure that it runs properly. And then from there, we already tested the hydraulic pump, but we're gonna test it again. We're gonna test it with water and make sure that it runs perfect. If there's anything wrong with it, we'll fix it right here in-house. I can see here we're also gonna be replacing the piston cups. The piston cups on it and all the guides and everything that go on those piston cups, they're gonna be replaced. This is a TK70, so this machine uses 7-inch material cylinders and 7-inch piston cups, along with 2 hydraulic filters. These 2 filters are the ones that filter all the hydraulic oil coming from this tank, which will also be replaced. So we're replacing the 2 filters, we replace the restriction gauge and the hydraulic oil, along with the gauges for the pressure, meaning the accumulator pressure gauge and the main pressure gauge, which is for the head of the differential cylinders. Then we look here, this machine has only 758 hours. 758 hours. This uses an ergonic system, which is pretty good. I actually like it a lot, and it uses a tier 3 engine, which is awesome. That thing is incredible because nowadays they're just so much easier to work with. We're going to be replacing this head on the throttle and the throttle cable. We'll replace that. We're going to change the side gauge, as I mentioned earlier. We're going to replace the hydraulic oil. We're going to replace the temperature gauge and the fuel gauge. This is the fuel tank on the newer units. They no longer come under the frame. This is the way they place them. From there, we're obviously gonna go inside of this panel and make sure that all the lights and all the toggle switches and everything that is supposed to work works properly. Let me see what else we got here. The grill. So we go here into the back. Then we go into the lights. As I mentioned earlier, we're gonna replace the wire harness, so the lights will also be replaced. This is not the original lighting. We're gonna replace whatever grease lines are not properly working. We'll take care of that. We're gonna take care of that, the hopper grill. This will be a brand new one, along with any wear parts that are bad. As far as I can see here, the wear sleeve, which is the piece that goes here, is gonna be replaced. The mixer shaft left part and right part, as you can see, is pretty worn out, so those 2 are we're gonna be replacing. And the support leg, meaning one of the agitator, it seems to be stuck or bent, I don't know, but the inspection says we're going to replace it. Along with this, we're gonna cut this off and we're gonna put the right end, which is a heavy duty end, on it. The mechanical limit switch, as you see here, is being cut out. We're gonna put it back on. We're gonna put it back online and we're gonna make it properly. So when you lift your hopper, the machine will stop, the agitator will stop moving. All the agitator itself is not gonna be replaced. It's just the assemblies on the side of the agitator, the bearings, you know, wearable items, things such as these pieces here will not be replaced. Okay, let me look at the agitator motor. The agitator motor looks okay. We might not have to replace it. We're gonna take a look at the fenders. The fenders probably will be replaced depending on how bad they are. So we'll take a look at that and see if it needs to be replaced. Additionally, all the e-stops that are supposed to be working on the machine will be working. The lights, as I mentioned earlier, And let me see what else we got here. And I'm sorry, I just heading. Oh, okay. So the knob for this. It seems that this knob and this flow control valve is not working properly. We're gonna replace that. Obviously, we're gonna clean the whole machine, wash it up real well. We're gonna put brand new stickers. I mean, it'll look absolutely stunning. It's got an ergonics with 700 hours. It's just dirty, really. Other than that, I'm looking at a lot of hoses, a lot of bolts and nuts, and a lot of little lights and wiring, but nothing really. Besides what, oh, the jack, I think I already mentioned the jack. Yeah, the jack, the lamps. So that's about it. I mean, this machine will be ready to go in about 3 to 4 weeks once somebody places a deposit on it. And thank you so much.